back at this here. Here, man, so bright. There's a way to do it where I don't. Ooh, that was close. Okay, let's just do this. All right. Time for coat number 2. Got the little green line there. The mic is on. Coat numero 2. You guys over here as well. Always enjoy painting the day away. Here, let's do this here real quick. All right. Almost around, I guess. All right, so back to it. Coat number 2. Time. Smooth. Something with a second coat. This goes on so much nicer. It just does. Always goes on pretty. You can't help it. It's natural to be pretty like that. Okay. Yeah. No. Huh. My mind about my painting program may be done. Is interesting. We'll see. Radio station looks like it's shutting down. I think Chris probably got some stuff. Got some talking to after that McDonald's posting, but I didn't think he's just gonna run out of town. Apologize, man. Like my personal account. You know, he's allowed to have opinions, but and from the official account from the radio station, and it's rough. Yeah, anyways, painting today. Second coat, just on this side. There's gonna be some room moving going on. That's how you guys. How do people find me on live? That's it. I wonder if I just show up in. I'm gonna show up in the short speed. It's got to be it. It's the only thing I can think of. Only thing I can think of. Must be in the short speed. Seriously, second coat of paint is just butter. Love it. But yeah, anyways, moving on here, make an adjustment. You can see it a little better. Got my line there between my first and second coat. Going on so nice too. It's a love second coat of paint. Hey, for you guys that are coming through here, just curious, am I showing up like on the short speed? Is that how folks are finding me? I'm just curious. That's probably my biggest question. Is like, I've been through shorts, and I go through shorts, but I haven't seen anything live come up. But I saw this was an option that came out of my notifications for my channel. But if you can answer that, I'd love to hear it. Just curious, because I can't imagine there's a lot of people searching for random dude painting his spare bedroom lavender on YouTube. Just saying. I'm assuming it's on the short speed. So yeah, hey, anybody that's watching this here, again, just curious. Obviously, I'm painting lavender today at my spare bedroom here. So I'm just going on a second coat of paint on this one side. I see the nice little dividing line there. Kind of hard to see if it's lavenderish. The color necessarily coming through as sharp as I'd like it. I got the whole other side of the room here to do still. Like I said, I do my best not to move stuff out of the rooms if I can help it. I just move everything to one side. I pull out what some simple stuff just to make it easy to move around, but move stuff from one side of the room to the other. It gives this stuff a chance to dry a little bit. I can do my second coats and my cuttings, or cut it in and stuff. But yeah, that doesn't really look all that lavender. That's weird. All right. So anyways, yeah, I just want to show the color difference there. So with that, question for you. Yeah, it looks nice. But here, it doesn't look very. You can't really tell the color all that well. It's okay. Move my radio program. So it's February. It means he'd be out in. What that would look like. All right. Over here. Touching this stuff up. So for anybody that's popping in and checking this thing out as I'm going here, am I showing up on like the short speed? I'm just curious. I have no idea how. I see people poking their heads in from time to time. I'm assuming it's on the short speed. Any answer would be helpful. Just curious, like I said, because typically my channel is not, indoor, like working on stuff. I'm a business coach and I do garden and yard work, but I saw this was an option to do live in this vertical format. So thought I'd give this a try just to see what it looked like. And I should have probably looked into where people come into like the chat and everything. So just curious, chat, you finding this through the shorts feed? I'm assuming that's where it's from, is the shorts feed, you know. But if any of you can help me out here, chat, I would really appreciate it, because I'm just more curious than anything. Like anytime YouTube or Instagram or any of you guys roll out this new stuff, I'm always interested to see how it works, because I have clients that, I try to advise them on that. Like I have a new coffee shop that I'm working with that, I'm trying to get them on Twitch, because, it's, I think there's a good demographic there for them. It's good, it's interesting, but it helps them pull good content. But like for here, have chat bouncing in and out here. I have no idea where you guys are. I'm assuming it's short speed. It's got to be the short speed. Doesn't make any sense otherwise. So yeah, it's got to be the short speed. So the second code. Can't wait to open that door back up though. A little bit of fumage going on here. I mean that in a nice way. A little bit. I mean a lot of it. Oof. Like, let's get there. Put you back. You belong. All right. Yeah, the paint fumes are doing their job. I can tell you that much. Oof. Man, get this door open again here in a second. That here. This part here. So yeah, it's the joy of painting here, man. Not Bob Ross style, the joy of Sunday morning, chilling, a chance to kind of just let my thoughts go where they need to. It's one of my favorite things about doing work around the house and just around the yard. Get a chance to kind of chill, you know what I mean? Let your brain just kind of reset. And that's so important. That's why those hobbies that that are, again, that's why you need hobbies. This period dot. You got to have something to do to activate your brain and your muscles in a way that is different than what you do in your normal weekly, day-to-day operation. Things fresh, but also, I mean, it's just enjoyable. Man, I don't like getting high from paint fumes. My huffing days are long past, but I think you know what I mean. They'll come in here and these little home improvements and make it nice. Little lavender in here just to brighten the room up a little bit. Well, soften the room up, I think, is a better phrase. And the white walls are, we let them go for a bit, but it's a little harsh at times. So you want to find something a little different. Okay, so you guys can see here is going to the second coat. The I'm gonna assume. So, am I gonna assume you're being silly on that one? Because there ain't no room for it. If you're if you're trying to be anything other than like what I would consider to be like okay with that, you know, basically, I don't want to say it here. Let's not be crude. If you're being crude, go ahead and leave the chat, man. Ain't no time for it. So now let me get this back over here. All right. Where do I want to be? Oh, okay. So if you touch it, there could be a couple things. Check your paint, make sure if your paint should come with a primer. That would be, so again, thank you for clarifying that. But I would definitely see if you have a primer on there. That's probably one of the main pieces, because if it doesn't have a good seal to it, it'll peel back a little bit and it loses the tint. That's been my case. So most paints come with primer now, but not all do. So if you're buying the cheap paint, it probably doesn't come with a primer in it. That would be probably, that's been my experience. So I always have, my paint always comes with primer, and put 2 coats on there. It tends to solve any of those issues. The other side is this paint. Can't really see it here. Also, if we can get it, we're gonna get the yeah. See that reflection on there? So when you get your paint, always do your best to get like a semi-gloss or a satin. What it does is it's actually got another additional like enamel polymer in there that solidifies it a little bit. That gives that glassy look to it. So makes it also to where you are, it's like scuff resistant. So you can hit right up against it. Typically in like rentals and other stuff like that, they don't use semi-gloss or satin. It's just matte, which, you know, it's cheaper, but it also, this you can also clean right off too. So that'd be that's what I take a look at, just see what type of paint you use and make sure you've got a primer in there, and then also go for the semi-gloss or the satin. I'm a semi-gloss guy. Satin's a bit, you know, too much for me. The high gloss, only if you're in a restaurant that's worried about super cleaning everything. All right, good question though. Thank you. All right, let me get up here. Finish cutting these around. So I'm about, just FYI, I'll make sure it comes with a primer. Yep, side. No problem. Just saying, easy peasy. And the other piece too, wherever you go, ask the folks at the paint desk. They're professionals and all. They actually go through training, like Home Depot and Lowe's. There's additional training these folks go through to be able to understand those things. So, you know, ask them questions. They'll help you out. So anyways, I've got, let's just do a quick tour of the room here. All right, so I know I wish this could be zoomed out a little bit. So there's that corner, so about halfway to there, through there, all the way along that wall, about half of that. So I got, let's call it, what do we want to call that? 60, let's call that 60% of the room is done. And I've got about a quarter, about a quarter can of paint left, along this and along with what's in the pan. So I was saying, it takes about a can and a half when you've got, this is bare, what is this? You can see it under I can't see it here, but it's Bare Ultra Interior Paint and Primer in one from Lowe's. All right. In. Good day for painting. I mean, it'd be better if it was warmer so I could open the window and not be puffing all these fumes, but you gotta be inside. I'll have something productive to do, you know what I mean? Oh man, I should ask that cat how they found me. And I'm assuming again it's through shorts is how you guys are finding me. Because it's when I look at YouTube Studio, the clips that I can pull, they pull a 5-minute clip of this thing when I want it to, shows up in the shorts feed. So it's got to be it. Okay, going along the top here. You guys want to get a little closer and kind of see the action instead of from the far side of the room. I mean, it's a serious business, you know. All right. Lavender days. Actually, I've been growing lavender this year, quite a bit of it. I've got across the street, well, kitty corner from my house over here on the far corner. It's owned by the municipality. We got power lines and stuff going through it, but I'm gonna kind of taking over this spot, and I'm gonna plant a whole bunch of flowers this year. Lavender, some perennials. That way we can kind of turn it into a small little park over there. Not really gonna ask anybody, just gonna kind of do it. I think it's gonna be nice when it's done. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I've got a spare bench that I have from a previous place I stayed at that I don't really have a spot board in my yard. I think it'll look really good as it's an extra piece to have. I think it'll look good used by being used in that park. I think it'll be nice. My 2 cents. Can't believe I was just talking with somebody on the interwebs about and letting them know I'm a semi-gloss guy instead of satin. 20-year-old me would be so confused. What has happened to you, old man? You're literally debating pink colors, pink types with strangers on the interweb. Right. This is coming along nicely here. All the tough stuff is done. Like the doors are always the toughest part because all the angles that you have to deal with. God. Basically half a door left. Half a door left. Window's done. So once I get done with this, I'll the cruise for the last bit. Like I said, I should be done this morning. Didn't too crazy. Like I was telling folks earlier on the chat, don't overthink your painting too much. When was the last time you went into anyone's home and noticed their paint job? I mean, some of you might, and hey, that's your prerogative, that's your style. I cannot tell you last time that I looked at someone's went into their house and was critiquing the paint jobs that they had. Just wasn't something that I did. So that may be your style. You do you. Always. Be your own person. But vast majority of people, they don't care. That's something they do. Yeah, the trees are hidden in the purple here, but they're there. They are there. Okay. Yeah, man, I can't help but think I'm not gonna have a radio show anymore now. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder how long till I hear something about that. Like I said, I'll give it till tomorrow. Sure, soon Chris will have something out. Can't literally sell everything in the station and not have a statement about it, especially considering people may not have a place to go to work tomorrow for Danelle and the team. But we will see. Well, actually, things first. Around the top first, then come back around the bottom. Follow the pattern. Good stuff, though. So, well, you can't see me right now, but And he might show up the chat right now. It's looking. Anyway, he's literally got a stream of come and watch his stream and watch paint dry. And then get back over to where I'm at here working. That's pretty funny. Rapid jokes and shit. Okay. There's that. That's all right. Just need to cut in the bottom now. All right. Zip through this. Now it's hard to see with that. Oh, that light. We haven't had sun in forever, so I apologize that you're stuck watching me ink this. That big old window open, but like I said, we haven't had sun in forever, so I'm starving for sunlight. All right, do this last bit down here. Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to wrap my brain around. We might not have a radio program anymore, which will stink because I really enjoy that radio program. Get a chance for local leaders to get on and talk. Like that Randy and Rick on yesterday. We had a good talk. It was nice. You know, she works with a homeless male only homeless shelter, which is pretty cool. You know, the fact that they're understand that that's a part of the population that could use some help and are focusing there, which is good stuff. But they don't have a voice and way to get their stuff out otherwise. I don't have a radio program. The local radio is shutting down because he's literally selling everything. And what are people going to do to be able to get the word out? You know what I mean? Weird. I don't know what to say about that. I'm trying to figure it out myself. Okay. Where to go, and then we can take a break. Break. Try for a second and then move stuff back. All right. Hit this one more time over here. Up. Just a tiny little bit left over here. Move this out. Okay. There's that. All right. Open this up. Share this biatch. We're going to straighten it up while we're that's a nice color. But move some stuff out of here. This thing's come here for right now. All right, moving stuff around. Okay. Ooh. All right. Put some stuff back in. So just remember which ones you have from the outside. Outside one gets the one with the insulation on it. Don't mess that up. That's that little nub in the middle. This in. Might as well, you know. There we go. Nope. Whew, man. Let me turn this fan on. Get some fresh. Try to get his air moving in here a little bit. All right, so we got half the room done. Just putting some of the hardware back in. Get the in while this is drying. Doesn't hurt anything. This hardware here. All right, putting some of the cover plates back on. I've got half of the room done now. So put this kind of half back together and then move everything to one side. I said, do this. Don't overdo that. When I do rooms, I try not to move stuff out if I can help it. In this case, just pushed everything to one side. Now, move everything back. Vacuum later, which is fine. Just put that stuff there. Yeah, thank you. All right, so on to my next piece here. This is the joy of this here. So for those just joining, let's see where we're at here. Started earlier today, did half the room, which is this half. You can kind of tell what spot where I started. Made our way around. Done our second coat through here. So I got about like 60% of the room done right now. And like I said, I got to move all of that stuff. And I'm backing over. So you're going to see some moving going on for a little while. It's no way that the sun is not blinding you. Look. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to work. I don't want you guys getting blinded out by the sun. Courtesy and all. All right. This here. You know what? Let me put those back up. I'm thinking about it. That goes here. This guy goes here. They're here. I think. Where'd that go? Do this piece up on the wall here. Just kind of. And for me, I like to put stuff back up while the paint's drying. Doesn't really bother anything. Doesn't hurt anything to do it. I think it was this one. Why do I think it was this one? This one. In a second. In a second, won't we? Let me put these back up. Where are they at? There they are. Ooh, got the art back up. By art, I mean stuff that I got from my kid. Ooh, we need to go a lot further. Realize it. Okay, one. So this should be lined up. Yep, that was the right one. It was the bottom one. All right, GG. Here we go. Little second piece of art here. Let you guys take a look. Little flowers. Nice little set. In our last house, daughter, she bought these for her room. I stole them for our downstairs. So then when we left, we took them. Then when we left, we kept them. So this stuff back over here. You guys can stay here for now. Okay. So this is going to flip all the way around. Right? Or no. No, it looks like this. Right? Yeah, it looks like this. This is the back side. Can never tell. I think so. And they're basically the same. It doesn't matter. We'll keep this just away from them all a little bit. I think we were right here. No matter where I put it, my wife's going to move it again, so I'll just make that adjustment later. Okay. Bed's all going to have to come out here. We're going to have to. So, as I said, just been painting a bit here. You can see where I stopped. Like I said, I do half the room at a time. Just kind of move stuff around, but got that back in place. It's that nice little lavender. I think it's coming together nicely. Place you right here while I'm trying to figure this out. Now I got more moving to do. All right. Ooh, yeah, you can definitely. The fumes are doing their thing in here. They're doing a good job. I can say that much. Let's take this out. Try to share some of these pink fumes with the rest of the house. No reason to keep those all to myself. sharing's caring, right? All right, so next piece, this guy all unplugged. Just move you over here. Everything's unplugged. This right here. Let's see. Let's pull it. Let's do it this way rather than lift it. That's probably the easiest answer. So I'm off camera right now, guys. But you know, part of the deal while you're moving, just trying to figure this out. Show you the one thing I bought off of Amazon, which I now have all over the house because I absolutely love them, is this thing. Get it off the wall here. Come on. There you go. Come on. Is this guy. Bought this off Amazon. Does it plugs in? You get obviously a few outlets, but you get surge protection, USB-C, a bunch of USBs, and it actually gives like good amps too. So it's like helps with fast charging for your stuff. If you got a Samsung, you know how hungry they can be for power. So I mean, I don't know about Apple's, but I'm assuming Apple iPhones are the same way. They're constantly needing power and stuff like that. So it's a good little adapter. I like it. Works out really well. Okay, so now it's just a matter of getting this bed squared away. Like that's just, I'm literally just gonna just take this bed and just flip it that way so I can get in here. There's stuff under it I gotta get rid of first. Because what's the point of having a bed if you can't store stuff under it, right? Right. There's stuff. Lots of stuff. Not too much stuff, honestly. But there'd be more. Ooh. Stuff out of here. Oh, jumper. That. Theory. Again, this is all theory. Probably won't work out, but should be able to just turn this bed. I don't think that'll be the case, but we will give it a try. See what happens. This thing. Oh, got this thing too. Ugh. The nightmare stuff with the grandkids. Eek. Hi, Bonnie. I know. What's Dad doing? Always doing something. Can't just leave well enough alone. Because my colleague stopped in to say hi. Let's see. Yeah. That's the case. Oh, that's where those are. Wonder where those paintings went to. Paintings. Pictures. Hey, Olive. A little terrier out there getting some water. It's far enough around. I think I should be able to make that work. Little shelf. Stuff from my time in the military. Where am I at? Oh, that's me. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. moving along nicely. Here. Ooh, didn't want that. Probably the vast majority of me in here. Yeah, I think so. Okay, back at it. Hardware to come off. So we're on phase 2. Phase 2 of the room. Hardware come off. Again, just keep in mind for the exterior walls, make sure that you know that you keep these on here. That insulation. If you don't have that, you'll be able to feel the cold air coming just rushing through, no matter how much insulation you got on your outside of your house. Cold air finds outlets. So, oops. I got this. Okay. There's that a frame there. Now, start cutting some of the stuff in. First things first, I'm the realist. So, plastic going down. Just enough to have it here. Another piece here. So I'm out of frame, guys. I'll come back in a little bit. I'm trying to get this stuff squared away for now. There we go. Here I come. Promise you this is not a stream about watching paint dry. It's about watching paint go on a wall. The first things first, gotta get set up. Okay, there's that. There's this. I'm gonna get that other can of paint out. I'm gonna need it. Pop it out now. So you know what? I gotta start from this side because I am right-handed. And when you are cutting in paint, it's important to know which handed you are. Let me switch over here. Keep track of me while I'm working here. Yeah, for anyone who's, so you guys are watching right now, are you seeing this on the short speed? Like that's kind of been my question of the day. I'm not sure how folks are finding. I should look this up, but just more curious than anything. Is it like popping up on the short speed and you see old man painting and so, hey, let's check out this guy putting lavender paint on a wall? Just curious more than anything. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Closing up time. All right, so paint mixing quick to do. Actually, I think it should be fine. I just mixed it. Straight edge. Straight. Paintbrush is good. Like I said, I know it's not like a lot of great conversation at the moment, but it is what it is. That looks really nice. I'm real happy with this color. I'm really happy. I wish you guys could see the full richness of this. It looks good. One thing with these cameras, they do okay, but they're not, perfect. Not like people, we're not perfect. With people, we're exactly who we're supposed to be at that time. If you were anybody else, you wouldn't be having the realizations that you are and having the experiences you are. And trust me, from experience, I do know that when people try to be people they aren't, they try to be someone else, they're less happy. They're not, they're miserable, I think is a better way to say it. I used to be one of those people. I was always test driving other people's personalities, other people's personalities, and because I just didn't like me. When I was younger, I just didn't fully appreciate, everything I had to offer, because it wasn't what I thought other people would like. I got older, I realized more and more that I needed to worry about what I liked and not what everybody else liked. And by doing that, vis-a-vis, people would be interested in what I'm doing and be interested in me, because I was doing things that I liked and I had a passion for, and they could see that. And when people see the stuff that you have interest in, they typically take an interest in you, because we are curious animals, always trying to figure out what's going on with somebody else, make sure we're not missing out on anything. But if we all spend time doing the exact same thing, trying to be the exact same people, nobody will be happy, and nobody is going to find some new, unique experiences that everybody should be enjoying. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea with, when I talk to my clients. Like, your job is to be different. What are you doing that's different? That's your differentiator. That's how people find you. That's how you become your best. Frankly, that's what your clients want. That's what your clients. When I talk to my clients, they're trying to find their clients for business. I'm like, the reason that your clients find you and work with you and want to spend time with you, because they like you and you're different and what's unique about you, not how you're like everyone else. The example I use is McDonald's and Burger King. Right? There's Whopper people, and then there's Big Mac people. And every time that Burger King has tried to come out with their version of the Big Mac, it's failed. Why? This is not a Big Mac. If people want a Big Mac, they're going to go get a Big Mac. Period. Dot. That's all it is. And same thing for McDonald's. Although, for those of you who didn't have it, the McDLT was a phenomenal burger back in the day. They actually had it in styrofoam. It was in two different portions. So it was all basically the burger and all the warm stuff was on one side. All the vegetables, the lettuce, tomato, deliciousness were on the other side. So they delivered it to you. It was on this, on the styrofoam piece. You opened it up and you slapped the two pieces together. So you had cool, crisp, delicious lettuce and that tomato coming together with your warm, delicious burger. It was fantastic. So you didn't end up with like that warm, soggy lettuce crap that we get now. Thing is, though, is that it's one of their more expensive ones, and at the time, people didn't go to McDonald's expecting to pay money. They wanted to go to McDonald's for an inexpensive meal, salty fries, a Coke, ice cold Coke with ice. That's where their focus was. So, but anyways, that's where it goes back. Anybody you looking at that and you're living your life, trying to figure out your life and be other people, you'll never be happy. Just be you, live your best life, find the things you enjoy, and just do them. It's not that hard. And yes, are people going to make fun of you at times for the stuff you do? Of course. We make fun of people all the time. It's just what we do. It's not like it's a terrible thing. But people's opinions, they don't really matter all that much on the things you enjoy doing. You know? Yeah, it just takes a while to get there, to figure that piece out. When you're younger, it's harder to fully understand that piece that, one, no one thinks about you. No one really cares what you do. And anybody who makes fun of you for the harmless things that you do, they are just more intimidated by the fact that they don't have any control over you in the way that you think. And that's why they make fun of you. That's all that is. So the sooner you just do the stuff you enjoy doing, the sooner you'll be happier. With that, just making my way along here, doing my part painting. Spare bedroom. Colors are so important in a place. They give, I don't want to say personality to a room, but they do add a little something special to it. It's important to pay respect to the room. It's here. In this case, I think this room is really going to enjoy this color. And we're going to have fun and enjoyable, putting it together. Anybody who stays here, it's going to be a nice room. It's going to be nice and like homey for them, and comfortable spot for them to lay their head while they're visiting us. Which is, end of the day, what you want to do when you invite a guest into your home. You want them to feel welcome and relaxed and whatnot. Yeah, like I said, typically on my channel, again, I'm just really relatively starting new. I'm a business coach. I help people with business issues, help them run their companies better, make business decisions. And then I also do gardening and yard stuff, because that is my time where, I get my peace of mind, where I get to relax, and Ryan gets to do what Ryan wants to do, like we were just talking about. But today I was painting, and the note came through that this is a thing where you can do these live streams on YouTube vertical now. I was like, well, let me see what this looks like for people coming in. And like I said, I'm assuming it's the short speed, but I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I know for sure, I can say for a fact, I'll be doing this while I'm in the garden, working on stuff out there. Pretty much anytime I'm going to be in the garden, I'm going to be doing a live feed. Doesn't make sense not to. Everybody likes gardening, whether they can do it or not. It's something inside of all of us. We just, putting seeds in the soil and letting it do its thing. But also, one of those things that when I talk to people about too, about the importance of, their time that they're doing personally away from work. It's so very important to have something that requires you to be patient. Nothing that's, always try to find a hobby or something to do that doesn't have instant gratification. We all need to practice patience and understand that sometimes stuff just takes time. And the best stuff that we do, the most meaningful things we do, always take time. Anything that's instant gratification normally isn't the best for you, except for coffee. Coffee's instant gratification. Coffee's like some of the best stuff ever. But beyond that, we look at it like, I talk to my clients too. It's great to have, clients, those quick turnover clients that come in and they want to do a quick sale. Great. It's always got to have those. But the other type of clients that you want to look at having are those that are longer term relationships. You're helping build something together, and they have a vested interest in helping you make your process better, helping you be a better person. But you also get to know them. You spend, a lot of business owners where they're at their clients. The clients will show up to their kids' weddings and vice versa. They'll go fishing together. They spend time building those relationships. Especially with business owners, they're by themselves a lot. Like that's a nature of the beast. I'm gonna be real close to your filament here, so I apologize. But a lot of them, they're business owners by themselves. By nature, you're the boss. When you get so close with your folks, you still maintain some level of decorum and whatnot. So they're stuck by themselves. Let me switch this over here. But you get those longer term clients, you're able, right up to the window. There we go. You're able to have those longer term relationships, which are just awesome. Like I said, you get to go to one of your clients' kids to their weddings. Like, when you think of business owners, I mean, they're all by themselves, but most everybody who gets into a business, they do it for themselves at first, but eventually, they're doing it for their family. And for them to be able to be in a spot where they can take care of their families and enjoy some time celebrating, and for you to be a part of that, that's just good stuff across the board. So that's what I said. But it's patience. Patience in the end is what you want to have. Find a hobby that requires patience. Like I said, for mine is gardening and yard work. You can only do so much. You prep. You spend a year. You spend all this time building the soil. Growing your soil correctly, developing it, getting the bed ready, prepping your seeds, do everything you put in the ground. And all you can do is wait. Like, okay, all right, I've done everything I can to help you out there, little seed. Do your thing. And sometimes it grows, sprouts, and you end up with these amazing, better than you ever thought possible, amazing years. Because things just lined up appropriately and it worked out great. It's something you want to have for everybody experience. And sometimes you've done everything right. Everything correct. Right amount of water, perfect soil. Seed bought from the perfect place, and it doesn't germinate. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It's just sometimes shit just doesn't work out. And just understanding that it doesn't mean you're bad at what you did. It just means this time it didn't work out. Another season's coming around, give it a try again. Just double check and try again. Do your part. Be patient. Failure is a part of life, but that having to wait to find out that you failed is, it's stressful, but it's an important thing to understand. You've got to be able to do that as a human. Just think about most of your life that you have. And if you do something and you can't wait to find out, the work that you put in, like say in a project or whatever it is, you're doing all this work for it, and it's going to be 2 weeks till you find out. It's going to be agonizing those 2 weeks, right? Imagine if you have a hobby that you can do that's going to distract you, but has also trained you to understand that, sometimes you got to wait. Sometimes it just has to happen. The other thing, when you're starting a business, for anybody out there that's doing businesses or they're involved in business, you got to be patient. It takes a while to build a customer base. Not every single business just booms. Case in point, Uber and everything that they had to do, it took them a couple of years just to get to mass, to volume, to where the investors felt comfortable enough saying, okay, we think there's something here. Think about that Uber, which everyone uses all over. I guess they don't make any money still, but to be where they're at, the amount of work that they had to do just to build a base on something that is as ubiquitous as Uber. Good Lord. So, same thing when you think about Google, right? Google was just one of many search engines they decided they went a different way, which I was talking about earlier about being different. Their difference was on their web page. They made sure to not have any ads. They have nothing. It was clean. The white page that said search on Google. And what that did for them was they loaded the fastest, so people would come there and use them. That was really their strategy, and it worked out really well. While everybody else was busy trying to make ad revenue, they said, well, people are coming to us because they want to be able to search quickly, so why don't we do everything we can to make sure that they can search quickly? And what's that mean? It means no ads on the front, on the home page. All right, so this is the end of the first can. Get all this out. Give it a minute just to drain. So, got about 65, 70% of the room done with one can. This is a 12 by 15 room. Again, this is Valspar paint. It's the, show you in a second which one I'm using. Had somebody earlier asking a really good question about paint. Thought he was being silly. He was actually being like legit. But it's the paint that I'm using here. Valspar Ultra. What's this color called? What is the name of this? Imagine. What's the name of it? It's called Imagine. Oh, imagine naming a lavender paint. Imagine. I think it's interesting. But let's make the paint. You get to name it, I guess. Give me the color, I guess. Just real quick, I got a whole bunch of mixing to do. All right. Yeah, I wonder what's going on. If I'm gonna have a radio program or not. That's weird. It's a weird thing today with WMOM had a yard sale. So if anybody's stopping in here doesn't know, I have a radio program. I interview local leaders and nonprofits, business owners, municipal leaders. Try not to do elected officials, because I am an elected official. I try not to have them on, especially during election season. That's basically waiting for fights to break out. Then why Christopher should be selling the chairs? Nope, can't have that. That's a mistake. I'll fix that real quick. Yo, what's happening? Had a big old chunk of paint go somewhere where it shouldn't have. What you up to today? Oh, you're gone, huh? Stop in and say yo and split. Like, what the heck? That's all right. I do wish up until a certain point, like, let's say there's, I send that note to you. They actually send that note to YouTube, say, hey, on this live thing, is there any chance you could possibly, pretty please, have this thing make a noise when people stop in? Like right now, you just popped in. I didn't know you were there. So I looked over. I had somebody actually say yo earlier on the chat, and I missed them. So, yeah, good day, Sunday. Do a little painting. All right. No. Getting lavender up in here. Paintbrush here real quick. So, yeah, you know, good day today. Sunday, doing some painting, chilling a little bit, working on my stress. I don't really have a lot of stress, you know. I practice what I preach with my clients about taking time to do things that you want to do. Not that I want to paint, but do things that are peaceful. Don't require some things that maybe don't require thinking, and then do some things that do require thinking. I'm not sure which one this is. I'm sure I'll have an answer at some point. So, yeah, good day today so far. This guy back here. Here. Get this last little bit. Gonna mix up some paint now. All right, so I'm gonna swap this around. Oop. You guys see me mixing up paint right here. Yep, as the streamer phrase goes, this will be for my male audience, my male audience, mixing up the paint. So again, this is Valspar. It is right there. Valspar Imagine Ultra Interior, and it's semi-gloss with primer. Right there. Let's do some mixing. No, I don't have a drill for this. It's not going to be that pretty. It'll be by hand, but stripes in there everybody wants to see. There you go. Look at that. How pretty that is already. Look at that. Hey, those couple of you that stopped in there real quick, do you guys find this on the shorts feed? Is that how you're stopping in here? Just curious. Just hit a like if you're on the shorts feed. You don't have to type it out. It's fine. Or how the heck do you find me on this live thing? Look at that. Good stuff here. Yeah. High quality entertainment for a Sunday morning, right? And when you logged into shorts today, you're like, man, I really want to watch this old dude mix paint. This will make my Sunday, wherever you're at. Oops. Okay. There. Need about that much. First coat. Hang out for a little bit. This little thing you do here is just come on back around and put it basically on the wall nice. Where I'm going to be going to the roller anyways. So it doesn't pay to have paint be on the can. Pay to have paint be on the wall. And I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. So I think you can figure it out. It's a paintbrush on the wall. I assume you guys are good enough to do that. So this paintbrush, this wall. Gotta see what I'm doing here. All right. I'm live. Here we go. Let's get to it. Anyways, so I gotta shrink this up a little bit. I was saying earlier, find something to do. Hobby. Like I say, my hobby is gardening. Enjoy gardening. It's one of my favorite things. Just from a family of farmers, so I guess it's in our blood. But I really think all of us are farmers and figured it out pretty quick across the world. I think we all just have a natural affinity for it. Because there's a few things in this world that are as enjoyable as, putting a seed in the dirt, add a little water, and then waiting to see what comes out. This year, my first year with my garden, like I'll be going live a lot on YouTube while I'm working in my garden. So if you want to give me a subscribe right now, so you can be notified when I go live. Once it gets nicer out, it's like frozen out right now, but give me a subscribe right now. Be able to follow me while I'm working in my garden, because I plan on doing lots and lots of live stuff in my garden while I'm, little stuff. Like, for instance, I don't think a lot of folks have ever seen a broad fork be used before. So like when I'm starting getting stuff planted, work my broad fork, what that looks like to loosen up the soil, to get to be able to plant some seeds. But I'm gonna have my greenhouse going, so I'm gonna have lots of seedlings going. That'll be nice. Then I'll get back in frame here for you guys. Sorry about that. Just cruising so fast while I'm painting here, man. Can't help it. Just zooming. Yeah, what a day today, though, huh? Nice, Dave. Come on the shorts feed and see some old dude painting. That's gotta be something for you. What the heck is this old guy doing? Like, oh, he's putting lavender on the wall. The spare bedroom needed some paint. My wife has been patient with me as I've been building out my business and getting stuff squared away here. But I haven't gotten to this, but it is now time to start knocking out these rooms. Get this stuff done, Time and place for stuff. You want to take your time to do it right, but also if you've never done painting before, like in your house, never attempted it or always worried about it, I'll tell you this. It's a great thing about paint. You make a mistake, you just paint over it. It's not, you just come back and paint again. It's nothing crazy. Like, for instance, my bathroom, I wanted to do yellow. The color I thought I was getting, and I didn't do test splotches, which was bad on me. Color that I thought I was getting ended up being mustard color. It's pretty gross, to be honest. I mean, I like it because it's bright in there and I want yellow in that room, but you need to have something a little bit lighter, a lighter version of yellow. So there's that piece. This is done cool. We'll get this on. A little bit left to do here. It'll be time for second coat, and then we'll be done in here. I'm cruising today. What time is it now? I'm like on hour 2.5, 3 hours doing this right now. Just been taking my time. I haven't been speed running this. You know, again, this is something just for me, a little peace of mind. Appreciate y'all swinging by, stopping by to see the old man paint. I said, typically I'm doing garden stuff, but we got 6 inches of snow and I don't want to be out. You know, I don't want to be out there. So let me give you guys a better view of this. There you go. All right, with that, appreciate y'all. So, let me see. Yeah, it's better. You can see my terrible painting. Nothing straight, no W's. Antithesis of exactly how you're supposed to do this, but in my time in the military and everything I did, I must have painted 27 different rooms easily. And you know what? I never had a single person ever come in my house and say, good Lord, Ryan, you're garbage at painting. Look at this. Look at those streaks. Look at those little lines. Never heard it from a soul. They might have thought it. No one said anything. Which again, I'm thankful for. I'm very considerate. It'd be really weird going to someone's house and say, hey Ryan, your paint job's terrible. But you that are ever worried about taking on painting is a thing. Don't be. No one cares. Literally no one cares. I mean, my wife does. She'll tell me I missed a spot here and there, but that's her job. That's her job. Look at this stuff. Man. Oh, this isn't better. Man. I mean, I'm sorry, but this stuff just feels good. Nothing quite like painting. Soothing the soul. So, anyways, let me get one more spot right here. This is as good as I can get it. We're gonna come there with the brush anyways. All right, to the spot. You're gonna come and see a little closer what I'm doing here. Check this out. All right. So just this last little bits here, it's the first coat. Gonna see some white spots here. So come in. I have this special tool to take care of the corners. It's called a paintbrush. You just run it right down there. Look at that. It was meant to be. That. Boop, boop, boop. And just the first coat, looking for coverage. It's a primer. Remember, when you get your paint, you always want to have that, make sure there's primer in it. And you treat it like primer, that first coat. Just meant for coverage. Yes, there's color in there. The goal is coverage. So, make sure it's flat. Two spots here. I'm gonna go back over to this side over here. Touch up this corner. Let's go for a walk, guys. Same thing. Touch up this corner. These spots here. Again, remember, coverage is the goal, name of the game with the first coat. All right. Those spots now. Again, sorry about the jerkiness of this. All right. All right, I'm going to take a break here. I'm going for a little while. Hey, Rick, come back later. See y'all.